Oh, hello, people. How are we? SMAR Arts 1? Hey, how's it going? I have a request. Can you please follow me on Twitter? Sure. Why not? How are you this evening? I hope all is well. Right, so as you can tell from the layout, we will be playing Pokémon Xenoverse, and I don't know why, but I decided to make the decision that this is going to be a Nuzlocke, because I apparently hate myself. I have never played this game. I know very, very little about it. I know that it is very highly rated at the moment. Apparently it's also very loud. Let's just turn that bad boy down a bit. We'll turn our Xenoverse down here. I think I've got all the settings down that we need. Let me just make sure that everything is where it needs to be. I think this has got a little bit bigger than when I originally did it. So you're going to see a little bit of live editing just to make sure that I've got everything where it was when I originally made this layout, because it seems that things have moved. Don't you love it when that happens? There we go. A little bigger. And there we go. So, before we start, we're going to make sure that the text speed is on fast. We're going to go battle set. Now, normally when I do a Nuzlocke, I do put it to set. However, since it's a fan game and I have no idea what anything is, I'm going to need as much help as I can. This is going to be like a very bog standard Nuzlocke. There's not going to be any hard mode. I'm going to be able to use items. I'm going to be able to use Poké Centers, everything like that. The only thing is the normal standard Nuzlocke rules, which I'll go over in a moment. So everything else is fine. Why did that move over there? That's cool. So we have our settings. Now there will be a lot of live editing, because obviously we got the layout and we're going to show the bits and pieces, and unfortunately at the moment Xenoverse doesn't work with PokéLink, so I can't really get that up and running to do it automatically, so you know, all the live editing. I've tried to stay as spoiler free as I possibly can for this game, so we'll see together what sort of nonsense comes out of it. Let's see. Only the Pokemon Classic mode. Only the Pokemon that participate in the battle gain experience. If you want more challenging gameplay experience, Classic mode is what you need. Or Modern mode. Experience points will be distributed to all Pokemon in the party. If you want a easier gameplay experience, Modern mode is the perfect choice. Like I said, since I have no clue about 99.9% of this game, we're going to go with Modern mode, because I'm not about that stupid grinding life, especially in a Nuzlocke in a game that I've never played. So we are going to go with Modern mode. Oh, is it? My followers don't seem to have, because I see that SMA, you did follow, and I do appreciate that. Thank you very much. But it hasn't updated on my layout. Give me 2 seconds to see if we can get that updated. Kind of weird. For some reason, it doesn't seem to...
Well, that was freaky.
There we go. We got it. Right. Okay. So I'm going to try and give people voices. I'm not the best at them, but we'll see how this goes. I can't wait any longer. Sir, come here, please. Please, tell me. I have great news for you. Follow me, come on. Here we are. Let's play a game. Can you guess the sex of your baby? Do you think it's a boy or a girl? We are gonna play the boy. I believe it's a boy. Congratulations, sir. You guessed it. It really is a beautiful boy. Come with me. Versil, I'll leave you two alone for a bit. Clover, how do you feel? Look at the splendid child you gave birth to. Look how he smiles. You two look very alike. Dear, what do you want to call him? I want you to choose his name. I'm sure you'll find a lovely one. And... oh no! Oh, I was going to say, this is not enough, but it is. We are Fuzzlax. How about Fuzzlax, honey? Fuzzlax. That sounds fantastic. I knew that you wouldn't let me down. Clover, don't overdo it. You should rest now. Time passed and Fuzzlax grew, spending days in a joyful family. 5 years later. Fuzzlax, get up! Mom and I would need to talk to you. I will say I like the artwork for the talking sprites and everything, and the sprites in general. We've decided it's time to show you some of the world out there. So today we're going to take a tour of the Nova Ranch. Come on, kid, let's go. Please be careful. Look what a beautiful day it is. It's nighttime, Dad. This fresh air always cheers me up. Come on, let's go, Fuzzlax. I'm gonna show you around our ranch. Seems that this is just an auto-scroller, so... Come this way. Our first stop will be the farm. See those Pokemon grazing grazing in the field over there? They're called Miltank, and they always provide us with delicious moo milk. And I've also realized that this guy's accent has changed at least 3 times since I've started. In the evening, however, we close them in the barn to keep them safe. Well, you should get them in the barn then, Dad, because it is nighttime now. I want to show you something else. Come on, follow me. The waters of this pond are very clear. They put your mind at ease, don't you think? It's better now. Better, right? Come on. There's one last thing I need you to see. I see that item crate behind that. Do you see this little memorial, Fuzzlax? It was erected in honor of your grandfather, who left us years ago. But you're still too young for those stories. And that's it. Now let's get back home. He wasn't joking when he was like, we'll just take a walk around our farm. Although the farm seems to be, like, really populated with river. What was that? Hey, we got a bit of paste to us. What? There are 3 Pokeballs here. Did someone lose them? Fuzzlax, stay here. I'm going to check. Seems that each one contains a Pokemon. A grass type, a fire type, and a water type. I have an idea. Fuzzlax, why don't you just pick one? I could take care of it until you're old enough. Come on, choose a Pokemon you like the best. Now then, over the last week, I have actually been taking a poll on my Facebook account, as well as Twitter and everything. Generally because I am horrible at making decisions when it comes to these. Usually, like, I have months ahead of time because of a new Pokemon game, and I have a decision. I then try and make a decision on which starter to make. But since I only found out about this game about 2 weeks ago, very little time, couldn't make up my mind, so I left it up to people. Now, it was, if I can find the results. Here you go. So a total of 47 votes were cast. In last place we have Shulong, who only got 12. Shyleon was actually in front up until today. Shyleon did have like 10 votes and only over today gained 4 more, so they only have 14. And then Try Shout just went from last place to first place and has 20 votes. So we're gonna get Try Shout, and it works out really well because it's the new typing and everything. So not only do we get a new typing, so we get to try it out. But you know, hopefully there's a way to get the other 2 starters, because I do like the look of them. But we'll go with it. Alright, let's pick it. Hey you! Hands off those Pokeballs! I mean, what were you expecting? They're Pokeballs with Pokemon in them. I just realized you can't see what I can see. I didn't expect there to be something that far up on the screen. But there's a little T-Tar there. So I'll turn that off for a second, just to see what happens. Get him, Tyranitar! Did our dad just get killed by a Tyranitar? I might have to make this logo a bit smaller, because if things are going to happen in the top of the screen, I obviously don't want you guys to miss it. More of that live editing I was talking about. Oh, it looks so... We'll pop it up like that. The dash above the E isn't that important, is it? Really? But we do have Try-Shout. So Try-Shout is in the party. We haven't given him a nickname yet, and the Nuzlocke hasn't started. So as I mentioned, we are doing this as a Nuzlocke. So just to go over that, we can get only the first Pokemon we encounter on any route. We must nickname the Pokemon that we capture, and if a Pokemon faints, it is considered dead and must be put in the box. Now, I play with dupes rules, so if we just to use original Pokemon as an example, if we were to encounter and capture a Pikachu, the next Pikachu, if the next route we go to, the first encounter is a Pikachu again, we can actually skip that encounter and get a different one. But only of the same one. So, but if the second one was to be a Raichu, somehow, we'd have to catch the Raichu because it's a different species. And we haven't got that particular one yet. Nicknames are on, but we haven't nicknamed Try-Shot yet because the option hasn't come up, which is kind of weird. But hopefully we'll be able to nickname him soon. Apart from Try-Shot, anybody wants to give a nickname for the Pokemon, or you can just hit up in the chat. Actually, I think there may even be a channel point thingy. There is a channel point one for nicknames. It is 1,000, which is a bit high. I should really change that for this one because we are going to be nicknaming Pokemon. However, we will leave that for now. But yeah, if anybody wants to give any nicknames to the Pokemon that we have, then or that we capture, then feel free to leave them in. Obviously, I'm not going to take them from the same person every time. I will prioritize a new person's nickname option over an older one, just to make sure that we got a nice little selection going on going through. But yeah, let's see what's going on then. It's just a nightmare. Try. Maybe it's better to go downstairs. Try. Let's try Shot's Pokeball. Oh, that's a cool looking Pokemon in the winter. Oh. Can I look at the poster on my wall? Oh. You're finally awake, sleepy boy. Too bad your dad is not here to see how much you've grown. You know he's always abroad for work. Darling, what's wrong? You seem upset. You told your mom about the nightmare. Well, the time has come. Come, sit with me. Hey, we have a Wigglytuff. It's probably not the best day, but I think you're old enough for this story now. What you told me isn't just a dream. 11 years ago, your father decided to bring you outside our ranch. It was pretty against that, and at the same time, so worried about you two. Dad was with you though, so that reassured me. However, that day, no one came back. Days after, Nana Flora knocked on my door in the middle of the night. What a relief finding you at my front door. You were unconscious and had a ball with you. But your father was not there. I haven't seen him since that day. I'm sorry. I waited so long to tell you about this. After years of lies. Darling, what? Are you out of your mind? How could you think such a thing? You're not ready to go looking for your father yet. You're still a child. You're working on it. I and Asta. It's not that easy for us adults either. Don't insist, Fuzzlax. There is no way in the world I'm changing my mind. If I were to lose you too, my only child, Go to your room now. So did I just get grounded on my birthday? Dad. It's a picture of you with Mom and Dad. Try! Try. Try! It seems Try-Shot's up to something. Got it. It suggests you jump out the window. Try! Yeet! Phew. The tree broke the fall. Try! Oh, yes. It's not creative at all. But I want you guys with me the entire way. So you're gonna be my starter. Now to figure out the buttons. Aha! Right. So, let's check out chat. So, we have chat, who is a fire sound type, as we knew. Keen eye. Nice. As some IVs in attack and defense. Special defense is kind of meh. Speed is non-existent. Now it's Ember and Tackle. Now, considering it's a sound type, I'm hoping it's a physical type. Physical attacker. Because at the minute our attack is a lot higher than our special. But there we go. We have Chat, the Tri-Shot. Do we have any items? We do not. Is there any additional settings now that we're actually in the game? Nope. We have 1 of 1. Hey, complete Pokédex. Right, there's our badges. Obviously we have none. Save it straight away, just in case something goes wrong. And the controls, right? Okay, hold Z to run. Good to know. And we can register an item to F5. That seems a bit weird. And we can confirm with space or C. Okay. Then that's another 5. I mean, this middle tank is technically ours. Ooh, there's an item. Right, so even if we do a little bit of grinding right now, it's okay because the way that I play is pretty much, it's a pretty standard ruling, is that the Nuzlocke itself doesn't actually start until we get Pokeballs. So as long as we don't have Pokeballs, we can actually train up without worrying about you dying on us, chat. A Potion. Any secret items around here? Hey, Fuzzlax, where you? Oh, okay. Look at that! Your mom finally let you go, huh? She probably realized she was shielding you too much. Well, you're about to start your journey. That will make you run into a bunch of new Pokemon. Let me show you something then. As you can see, grass here is taller than usual. That's where the Pokemon live. But don't worry. You catch them with a specialized gizmo called a Pokeball. Here, take some. Oh, okay. Our Nuzlocke has now officially started. Oops. Oh, no. Well, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to at least get to the first town before we got some Pokeballs, but, okay. However, you cannot catch a healthy Pokemon. You must weaken it first. After having battled it for a bit, try launching a Pokeball and cross your fingers to catch it. Why don't you give it a try? That is a good point, but I wanted one thing I didn't actually check. Actually, the starter is always a gift. So if we can catch a Pokemon here, oh, like straight in there. Oh, it's a Weedle. Oh, it's a Weedle. We're a fire type. We're gonna. How many Pokeballs did we get? 5. It's a Weedle. I'm not attacking it. And they got the oh no. Hey, we caught the Weedle. I'm not entirely sure if we'll actually be keeping the Weedle in the group, but for now, it's the only other Pokemon that we have. SMA, I hope you don't mind being having a Weedle named after you, but we don't have any other suggestions, and you're the only one that's actually talked in chat, so. The party. It's kind of interesting they gave us the option to add to the party or send to the PC with the first Pokemon. Playing with Pokemon is is so much fun, isn't it? It makes me feel younger even. I'm guessing that we can't. Oh, but she healed us. Oh, Nana. Thank you, Nana. Oh, actually, that's a good point. We have a new... actually, I want to check... Do you have a nature? Careful nature. Oh, special attacker, really. And a quirky nature. I can't remember what they do off the top of my head. So that's fun. But Luckily, Weedle will grow up pretty quickly, and it doesn't have to be switched in, which is even better. Right, let's actually get the chat in front of me so it's easier. Right, okay, so. Where do you think you're going? Did you really want to run away without saying a word? What a childish behavior. I know you miss your dad. Don't you think I feel the same? It's not easy to raise a child on your own. Do you really think a newbie like you could do more than 2 adults? Do you even think you don't even imagine how dangerous this world is out there? Try! So, Trishout agrees with you. It had to happen sooner or later. I see talk is cheap with you, Fuzzlax. Well then. Prove me you're worthy of... Oh, no. Try! I'm ready to teach you a lesson if that's the only way I have to protect you. Come on. Okay, so our mom is our first challenge. Okay. She sent out a Jigglypuff. Really, chat? Ow! Now, if it only has Endeavor, then we should be pretty good. Endeavor can't kill? Jack, you grew to live and learn Babble. I can see his determination shining through your eyes. Who am I kidding? I can't even change my son's mind. How am I supposed to find a missing man? Fuzzlax, I've seen the determination in your eye. Is this what you really desire the most in the world? It is. Maybe Nana Flora was right. I shouldn't clip my child's wings. I had no right to keep this from you for so long, but I did it for your own sake. But now you know the truth. I'm sure you won't be happy to stay here without being able to help. Okay, darling. I think you should leave the nest and grow and mature. If this is what you want, just go and embark on this great adventure through the Eldeu region. But remember, I'll always be here for you and always be welcome whenever you need. Oh, right. The whole thing almost made me forget about your birthday present. Here it is, little man. You'll love these. Obtained a pair of brand new running shoes. Come on, put them on. Here, on the package it says hold Z to run faster. Faster than the wind. Now you have everything you need to reach Hard Warp City. Down there you'll meet Astra, an old friend of your dad's. I'm sure he'll give you some useful tips. Be careful and don't make me worry. Try shot. Keep an eye on this brat, okay? Try. Best of luck to you, my little man. I love you. I love you too, Mom. Okay, so didn't expect our mom to be the first person that we'd have to fight. Pokémon Xenoverse. A star is born. Now, do you think Grandma Fern is going to be down there and allow us to heal? Oh, we're fully healed anyway. Oh, thank goodness. Wait, is this a new route? Right, nothing's popping up. Both say Nova Ranch, and we got Tri-Shot from here, so I take it that this is not a new route. Ah, Mareep! I like Mareep. Oh yeah, that's right, we got a new sound type. I don't know why I did though, because I did look it up and sound is not is resisted by electric. That's a mighty animation for Ember. Oh, I'm gonna get stabbed. Oh. Hey. Zigzagoo. Go, chat! Oh, you look like a trainer. I'm gonna gain one more level before I, a Spark Owl. Oh, that looks cool. So I'm somewhat hoping to just use Fakemon, because obviously now knowing that they're more than just the starters of fakies. Amen. The hell is that? It looks cool. Okay, I'm liking these Fakemon so far. So far, out of the 5 we've seen. Is it 5? Yeah, 5. Because we've seen the 3 starters, this guy, and the bird just now. Out of the 5 that we've seen, I'm impressed. More points to the next level. My special attack has been going up. That's nice. Oh, right. So even with that, our nature lowers. Oh, so you don't even find out what your nature does until you actually go into battle. That's pretty cool. Right, we'll do, like I said, we'll get chat up to level 7, is it? What level are we? Yeah, we'll get chat up to level 7. And then we'll go heal and we'll take on that trainer. I really want a sparkle. Ah, so close. But yet so far away. I also forgot that we could run. Ow. I'm guessing it might be a fighting type because that cry sounded like a bell ringing. Hey, chat, you're level 7. Right, let's go see if either Granny or our mom will heal us. Well, Granny won't do it. Ma'am, my Pokemon got hurt. Can you heal me? Right, okay. Worst comes to worst, we can always come back to Mom's house and get healed. Yep, just as I thought. Oh, battle music's pretty fire. I will admit that most of the music that we've heard so far has been pretty good. We got a Bidoof. Babu! Babble does crazy damage. To check battle now, just to see, because it seems really powerful. Green trainer complete. If you don't want to fight, you can just avoid their eyes. Easier said than done sometimes. $45 attack. Yeah, it's only 5% stronger than Ember and Tackle, but damn, it seems to just do a lot of damage. Sure, why not? Make an effort to talk to all the people you meet during your journey. Chances are they will have something useful to tell you. Oh, I intend to. If there's one thing I've learned from playing any form of fan game or anything like that before, that you need to talk to pretty much everyone, because you never know who they've given like secret items to, gift Pokemon, or just generally useful information about where the hell you need to go. Hey. Right. Another portal. Go on, we'll fight this dude. Hey, would you like to fight? No. As much as I would love to say that, we don't have the, we don't really have the option. Oh, Yemen. But I'm still pretty convinced this is a fighting type. Only because of its, cry. But, yeah. No, I'd say if it's dual typing, I'd say it was probably like fighting electric. Oh, I should have said a Weedle just to get the extra experience on it. Ow. No need for that, Zigzagoon. Oh yeah, 3 Pokemon. I didn't notice. Mr. Chillilililoo. Ugh. Great battle. It looks like you're already used to Pokemon battles. I have been playing Pokemon longer than you have been programmed, my dude. Oh wait, is this? Ah, right, we're on a new route. Or route. Max? That definitely looks like Max from Diamond and Pearl, doesn't it? Or Weevil Underwood. Man, there's no way to get in there. Ah! You made my heart skip a beat. I thought it was a wild Pokemon ready to attack me. You look like a pretty, like a Pokemon trainer. Am I right? Yes, you are. I never miss one. Yeah. My name is Addy, and I would just moved to the region. Yeah. I'm a big Pokemon enthusiast, and I know everything about them. But due to my age, I just observe their behaviors and seek hidden treasures inside the dungeons called Pokemon dens. You'll see, one day I'll catch them all. What did you say? Never heard of Pokemon dens? Don't worry, that's why I'm here. Yeah. See, there are Pokemon hideouts where they store precious items and they stumble across. Obviously, you can find dens in every corner of the region, but remember that only one Pokemon can enter them, so sometimes a specific type is required. But you have to consider the risk factor too. In fact, if the Pokemon inside the den realizes your buddy is there too, they won't hesitate to immediately cast it out. I see you have a Pokemon with you. Why don't you try and identify this den, yeah? Well, young trainer, it was nice meeting you. You are younger than me, sir. I wish you a prosperous career. Oh. Ooh, a rare candy. Into the lion's den. I mean, it's far from a lion, but... Okay, that's pretty cool. Right, we're on Route 1, so we can catch a new Pokemon. But don't forget, I did see this. A revive this early. Well, we can't use it. That's another trainer. Standing next to a gate. And that one's guarding an item. And our encounter is a Mareep. As long as we don't get a crit, we should be able to catch it. Oh! Yeah, got the Mareep. But now knowing that there's other Pokemon out there, I generally... well, we can't. We just gotta deal with the cards we're given. Mareep, the wool Pokemon. When cold weather increases static electricity, the wool doubles in size, and the tip of its tail glows slightly. Right then, chat. What are we gonna name this Mareep? Anybody got any suggestions? It's a lady. Since we don't have any suggestions, I'm just going to go through my follow list. So we have Strobe Soda, the Mareep. Right, before we go any further. Boom. We have a Mareep. Also help if we were on the screen. Let's turn. It's time to put what you've learned into practice. School Kid Roxanne. With Abra. Tis burnt. Hey, chat, you level 8. Strawberry Sword at level 4 and learn Thunderwave. Oh, we could have got a Yamin. Sad times, chat. Sad times. Chat, you're just too powerful. Oh, that's it. We also didn't check out strawberry soda. Electric type, almost about to reach level 4. It's got static, so I'm kind of glad that we didn't actually get paralyzed. Oh no, because we didn't hit this one with any physical moves. We hit it with as better special attack than physical, so that's good. Bashful nature. I'm not going to run all the way back. Where did I get a black belt from? Actually, where did I get 2 black belts from? Oh, we also have a Ray Candy. just in case we need to use them. Oh, I didn't read his text. I tapped it a little too quickly. Go ahead, Freddy. What you got? The lady buff? Ain't got a chance. Sparkle? Yeah, go on. Yeah, we're gonna switch back because Yaman is pretty powerful for a low level one, and I don't really want to go losing anybody. So we're just gonna overpower it. Resort got to level 6. Wait, how is Mareep leveling up faster than Weedle? How close are we to a Kakuna? 1 point. We are 1 point away. I'm getting that 1 point. We're getting a Kakuna before we get into the next. There was Abras here. I survived. What? SMA is evolving? That's a pretty cool animation. I like the background. Here we go. So one plus side to having bug Pokemon like that on it is that they will evolve fast. So 3 more levels, we get a Beedrill, and that's pretty cool. And I don't mind that. I'm actually a fan of Beedrill. We reached the city. This quiet town is just as good as the chaotic cities in the rest of the region. Thank you very much, sir. How do I get to that item? I want that item. Nurse, can you help? Oh, it's another Pokemon breeder sprite. Art image thingy. Thank you for waiting. We've restored your Pokemon to full health. Hope to see you again. So here's the deal. A gold coin is for the valuable shining sand of the Stardust Beach. I see. You don't have any gold coin. Well, then come back when you have one. My offer is unmissable. I can have your Pokemon remember any move they've forgotten. Are you interested? Can anybody, like, does anybody have, like, a hidden move that they... Nope. Okay. Come back. I will. I'm so proud of my Oranberry trees. Take one. Nice. I was trading down the beach when, kapow! My wallet was gone. No. No. I'm not that stupid. Sure. $500 for a focus band. I mean, it can come in handy. We're about to sell a revive anyway because we can't use them, so. Randy is so cute, but be sure to never make a mistake. The mistake of featuring frustration. It would lose all its grace. Ooh, the town map. Let me see. Well, let me look at the map. This is the Pokemon of Hartford City. Welcome. How may I serve you? Well, first of all, just to make sure, let's just get rid of that. I mean, technically, we don't really need the rare candy. And it is a lot of money. Do we get... And we get a Premier Ball as well. Nice. And how many Portions do we have? We have one. We get one. We still haven't met the professor of the region yet. Please help! Please, someone do something! Somebody put out the fire! Keep the children safe! Fire! Fire! Call Asta, fast! Asta, please, hurry up! Wait, what's happening here? Another fire? Stay away, I gotta do something. Now, Suicune! Extinguish the Suicune! He just busts out a Suicune. And this guy is the family friend? Can I have the Suicune? Excellent, my friend. Well done. Now come back. Don't worry, folks. I got this. And you are? I've never seen you around here. Yet, you're such a familiar face. Whatever. I'm a little busy right now. Just stay out of trouble, okay? Wait! Are you Fuzzlax? Well, look how you've grown. It's me, Asta. Don't you recognize me? Well, you still were an infant when I met you. Your father was my mentor. How did he mentor you to capturing a Suicune? Are those Pokeballs you have there? So Clover finally decided to spill the beans, huh? Why don't you come with me and get that punk that almost put the city on fire? I mean, do you really need my help? It's not a normal Pokemon. You see, it's one of those mysterious X-Pokemon. For some time, they started popping up all over the region. Information about them is still lacking. All we know is that they come from another world known as the Xenoverse. Enough chit-chat. We'll talk as soon as we get there. Then, little punk, we might have to go to Stardust Beach. You can catch her on Route 2. You can reach there through Route 2. The path on the right. I'm waiting for you over there. I'm sorry, I'm still bewildered by the fact you have a Suicune. Take care of this Xenoverse. My granddaughter went to the lab, but she forgot her Pokemon here. Will you bring it to her? Sure, why not? That's the gym? Road 2 and Stardust Beach. Sorry, nobody can pass without Asta's permission. Okay, so we've definitely got to go and do this then. Oh wait, so Route 2, Stardust Beach is Route 2? Taylor. Thunder Wave. And we caught the Tailo. Tiny swallow Pokemon. It dislikes cold seasons. They migrate to other lands in search of warmth. Flying over 180 miles a day. Well, hello there, good sir. Right, well T, since you're here, do you want to give this Tailo a nickname? It is a male. You don't have to. I am allowing the chat to name stuff, so if you don't want to name something right now, I'll just have to pick something random. Side-eye. Sure, why not? And we got Side-eye the Tailo. That's what he's giving me right now. It's gonna be really awkward when he becomes a swallow then. Well, we'll go through it now. I'm just gonna just to heal everybody up. So I nicknamed our starter Chat because I want the chat to be with me as long as possible. And Try Shout actually won the vote. I put it up in a couple of other places and it got 20 out of 47 votes. It went from last place to first. But yeah, so we have Try Shout. We have a Kakuna, which we've just evolved it from a Weedle. We have Mareep. And we have Tailo, who we've just caught. But this is a good chance to check it out. So, let's see. Defense down, speed up. Oh, it has guts. I actually made him stronger. Ah, shit. I generally think that people picked it because, especially when they found out that it was the new typing. So I generally think that they picked that one because it's, you know, something new to experience. That's my thought process behind it, but obviously people do have a tendency to just like the fire starters. What level was Taylor? 4. Oh, I thought you weren't a trainer. You sneaky man! How dare you, Lucas? Oh, with your bingo? Oh, you got a bingo. Just don't have a water attack. Side I grew to level 5. We won't risk it. Side-eye grew to level 6. Oof. And with that, Side-eye is already caught up with the group. Fantastic. Another potion. My Pokemon and I will beat you like a drum. But sir, I am a small child. Please leave me alone. What in the blue hell is that? A Bremand. But I'm guessing it's a sound type. Right, so I'm guessing it's a steel type because of the knives, as you pointed out. But I'm guessing it's a sound type because the musician got it. So let's try Ember. It's a level 7. Oh, okay, that just spiked up. Well, there's it. We lived on 1 HP. Oh. Let's just soak in that damage. Yeah, I'm going to go with it's definitely an electric type. Oh, that was close. We almost lost chat. There was no need for that spike in levels. Strawberry soda coming up to level 9. Everybody gaining levels. Side-Eye getting to level 8. I can't even play the drum. Screw you, Axel. Screw you. Oh, okay. We are close enough to the town that I can go and heal. I do not mind making this run. My God. Oh. Never! We'll see, depending on how fast I depending on how fast I lose. Please stop. Oh my God, that was insane. Like, this dude only had 2 Pokemon and they were both like level 5. That one had 1 Pokemon at level 7 and it almost rinsed the fuck out of me. So good thing I had Mareep. Oh, Sandygast. Oh, I would have much preferred a Sandygast to a Tailo. Eh. It is what it is. Yeah, Sandygast and Pylo-Sand are definitely some of my favorites from that generation. From the Alola region. Don't know why I did a very bad Jamaican accent. Stop! Stop! You've clearly got fighting Pokemon. Oh, I don't know. It's the thing with these with fan-made games is like you got to pick the sounds and the animations yourself. So it's just what weirdness you can find. Oh, a Dwebble? Right, you're a black belt and you have a Dwebble. Why is that? Also, that's a Dwebble. It could have a rock type. And we got the crit. Actually, this will put it. I got a feeling this is a fighting type. So we will see. Yes, it is. And it got rinsed. What the? Who do you think you are, Bruce Lee? Oh, is that a... Is that a pile of sand of gas there? Whoa, that was fast, Fuzzlax. I cornered it. But I want you to fight it, to prove to me how much you... Now pay attention. As I told you, this crook comes from another world, so it's impossible to catch it with common Pokeballs. Therefore, I developed a ball capturing capable of imprisoning the explosive fury of an X-species Pokemon. Here, the results of my years of... Oh, well, if I knew I was going to get one of these, then... Shit. Multiple hit. Okay. Despite the trouble it's made, this Ellicate is not especially strong, so I think it has 2 bars in max. As for normal Pokemon, these just make a weekend to be core. Right, so no just yeeting a Pokeball at it. Well, thank you. Yeah, but I can't catch it because it's a different... Well, that was a cool animation. And of course I got side A out there. Now the thing is, I don't know whether they keep their original typing as well, because this could be an electric fire type. I'm gonna go to strawberry soda just in case. Right, we're about to find out if it's still an electric type. I don't think it is because it just got paralyzed. It is definitely a fire type. Right, I can't send out SMA because it will just get burned to a crisp. Let's send out chat. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I'm supposed to capture this. I know I technically can't because of the Nuzlocke. But if it's forcing me to capture it... We'll find out now, because if I use Bam and kill it... follow the rules. I knew you would manage it easily. Time to go back to the lab. I'm not too worried. Although it would have been cool to have an X Pokemon straight away, it was a fire type. We wouldn't have used it on the team because we got chat. I have to say, you made some awesome work out there. Congratulations. I was sure you'd be able to handle it all on your own. Anyway, welcome to my lab. This is where I run my research on X Pokemon. You're the professor. Okay, I'm gonna lay something down on anybody that wasn't here just now. This is the if this is the professor, he has a Suicune. Why does the professor of the region have a Suicune? And why does he look like a water gym leader? Okay. Serious threat to its balance. You have to be ready for anything. If you want to become a real trainer, I suggest a challenge. The gym leaders of the region. You see, the Helford City has a gym. Go and you start there. Oh man, I was so into the conversation that I lost all sense of time. Fuzzlax, I better go now. I'll be late for a meeting. Take care. I'm so confused right now. Well, that's a Porygon. What? My Pokemon? Are you talking about this? This is a Porygon Center. A device that provides all the comfort of a Pokemon Center at the price of 5. Inside the tricky dungeons scattered around Elwyn, it's a real glimmer of hope for trainers. Where there's Porygon Centers, there's home. This lab is huge. If only I had my Pokédoll with me. That's exactly my Pokédoll. I left it at Grandpa's. Thank you for bringing it to me. Can you tell my granny not to be worried? Here, I do nothing but fill in paperwork. You're interested, aren't you? Do you get how the sound type works? I can figure it out. Yeah, but T, did you catch it? He has Suicune. The legendary beast. Yobo. Nice. I get what you mean, T. It is kind of annoying, especially since there are some new Pokemon that I've seen that I'm just like, I really want to try and then I end up catching a Weedle, and a Flaffy, and a Tailo. a gym already. We haven't done anything to go to be worthy of going to a gym yet. That's crazy. Mind you, I suppose it was the same in Gold and Silver. There's 6 Zeo Balls. I mean, I've done training with these Pokemon now. To let them go, to let them just be switched out. So go name. What are we naming this Sparkle? Again, it's a male. How about that, team? Should we name him after you? Well, we're gonna name him after you anyway. Well, yeah, you missed it. I went back. I've broken it already. So we're just gonna do this instead. So you are now an electric flying type. Oh, God. With what seems to be a special attacking nature, special attack decreasing nature. Well, we'll work with what we're given. I mean, that does technically then nullify the need for side-eye and strawberry soda. So, but we're gonna keep them because we're gonna need to be able to train them up. Not very effective, but I'm 8 levels higher. Amen. Trainee Pokemon, a normal fighting type. It is constantly undertakes its intense meditation training. As a result of this, it is always super focused on battles. So what we're going to name the Yamen. I might still consider it a Nuzlocke. I just might box the other ones and just use new Pokemon. Maybe. Jorts. Jorts it is. Let's check them out. Oh, he's got an item. He's holding a black belt, so that makes 3 black belts we have now. Defense down, speed up. Inner focus, we can't flinch. Those IVs and attack and special defense are pretty good. And there's Pound and Leer. Okay. I would like to know what level he evolves. I'm gonna go train on. Well, I'm gonna go check up on the beach to see if there was any other new Pokemon. Yes, they are. They're the last of my Christmas chocolate. And that was the last of them. There's no need to be jelly. There was no sweets here at all. Look, I'm being super healthy and just inhaling water. Right, was there any... Oh, they're just wild Pokemon. Oh, it's a ghost type, of course, I remember now. That's why it's a possessed sandcastle. I know, right? You're super healthy. Yo, Grunberg's happening, my dude. Oh, if that Pelipper is not named Pico, I'm gonna be really sad. Not a lot, my man. Decided to ditch the Nuzlocke variant because T made a very valid point that there are new Pokemon in here and I could end up not seeing a lot of them. But yeah, just chilling, checking out a new game. Doing some grinding at the minute just to make sure that there's a Staryu. I don't want to Staryu. And I was sailing. It is. This Pelipper better be called Pico. Let me pass. Let me toad to the developer. To be fair, he made a very fair point. We almost lost our start room with one hit. So he did speak sense. How have you been anyway, buddy? I now regret selling the revive that I got. Yeah, it literally just pulled it out of nowhere. Super effective crit, lived on one. I was like, yeah, okay, we'll get another. Big T's now level 6. Right, it's been saying that I'll be getting items, so let's check the old bag. We have a pearl, 2 black belts, a focus band, spell tag, and some stardust. We've got plenty of money. Worst comes to worst, we've got plenty of money. And an Eden berry, a mysterious berry coming from another planet. Nobody ever became brave enough to eat it. We've seen 18 Pokemon, but only caught 7. I don't intend on catching everything, but I do intend to catch all the fake Pokemon. Oh, he was only 4. Die! Did chat only now just get to level 10? Yeah, it was that motherfucker. You know what you did, you asshole. What level are they? I mean, they're getting it. They're 6 and 5. I think they can hold off the gym, but they'll get trained up. And since the first one is a grass type gym, chat and side eye definitely have this covered. Welcome to Hardwharf City's Dream, young trainer. What? You want to know who I am and why? All you have to know is that I'm cheering for you. Basil, the gym leader, specializes in grass Pokemon. Could you tell? Try to turn into ash by burning with the fire type Pokemon. I mean, there's wild Pokemon in the gym. Yeah, it's a fan-made game. You can just go to their website and download it. I'll make a reminder to actually put it in the group chat later. Just in case you're interested. Do you think I can find a pen? Link game. Oh yeah, it's properly well made. I'm pretty sure this is made in RPG Maker, because there's some games that are made in that. And basically they go through it, but like this had, when I downloaded it, I had to do a proper update for it. Actually, I should have checked to see if I could have caught the phantom. I'm going to kill this one because I purposely want a male. Because if we're going to use phantom, I want a male one to name a Groot. Actually, it survived. It can stay. Well, that's if we can catch it. Oh my god, we can catch Pokemon in the gym. Come on, Phantom. What level is it? 6. It's got Astonish and Absorb. T, what do you know? You know Thunder Shock. But your special attack is down. And you're 2 levels below it. Oh no, you're on par with it. Nope. No, as far as I'm aware, Groot is actually male. He is a male member of his species. As far as I'm aware. Whether Groot himself actually identifies as a male is a totally different thing. Stop absorbing! Alright. But this is the thing, everybody just keeps referring to in male pronouns. I have to switch because otherwise you're gonna die. How is this phantom not got paralyzed yet? Huh. Kind of a weird way to do it, but... Just don't kill it. Damn it! Right, at least now we know we can catch it, so at least if we run into another one... Ooh, an oddish. Everything in this gym has absorbed. Everything in this gym has absorbed. It got paralyzed, yay! During the day, it stays in the cold underground to avoid the sun. It grows in bathing in moonlight. I intend to evolve this into a yeah, we can catch Pokemon in the gym. That is crazy. Did you seriously miss with her? So now when I wanted to get a crit so it can just take it down, it doesn't get it. Screw it, I'll do it. I got no shame in it. You son of a bitch. Hey. I know a spirit comes to largest tree stump, creating this Pokemon. A cure or can be made from the infusion of its green leaves. So what are we naming old Phantom? Do you have some suggestions from the chat? Give us a sec. Clementine. That's a nice little reference to our Walking Dead series. Walking Dead playthrough we did in Halloween. We're going to send it to the PC for now, because hopefully what that should do is heal it. We are going to need to go back and heal because we are savagely hurt. Aye, that one. If you've got any suggestions for nicknames, feel free to throw them out, because T's named a couple of things now, so if you ever want to nickname a Pokemon, you feel free to just shout it out in the chat and we'll see what we go with. Now then, here's where some editing comes in. Right, so I need how do you even spell Phantom? Let's just check Phantom out. Come on in, Clementine, what we got here? Special attack up, speed down. Why did I decide to make this have little sprites in it? Okay. So we're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. Wow. So now we have Phantom on your squad. Oh, Clementine. Right. Should we get back to the game? I'm here to sell my stuff. Oh, they've drastically reduced the cost of those things. Those are usually gold mines. Actually, if we're going into the grass gym, there's a high chance that we're going to get poisoned. So we'll get another antidote, just in case. What happens if I go? I'm guessing these are where the trainers are then. Oh no, you just gotta avoid the Pokemon. Okay. Avoid the Pokemon, find the trainers. Okay. Ariana. I'm gonna burn your place to the ground. Hey, what? I'm more low. Gotta hit ourselves until the end of time now. I swear that flashed red, and I thought I like massively like mega critted myself or something. Oh, come on, man. Hacks the sword. My fault, I should have bought more potions. Every time. We have hit ourselves every time in confusion. That is some bullshit. What's happening, dude? Four turns of confusion. We hit ourselves. No, this is the first trainer of the gym. I know, right? I don't want to run back, but I haven't got any potions. One of these jackasses. He's got a face on his guitar pick. That's not creepy at all. Oh, at least it's a phantom. We know we can handle them. Setting it on fire! Son of a bitch. Clementine grew to level 8. Little leech seed. Side Eye is massively ahead, but luckily it won't be staying in the group for long. Oh, there's 2 tablets. Oh, that one doesn't say anything. Oh, I thought they were going to have conflicting information on them. And then you have to figure out which one was right. Sure, I'm not gonna start with chat. I'm gonna start with smart arts. Pray tell, who might you be? A trainer? Possibly. I'm Basil, Hardwall City's gym leader. As an ancient oak tree, my mind is peaceful and calm in every situation. Only one thing makes me rage erupt, getting interrupted while meditating. Be wise not to defy me while this happens. But what's done is done. Bring it on, trainer. Yeah, feeling that gym man music. Oh god, right. More little. It's the thing to just trap me in a loop. Luckily you're 4 times weak to being poison. And I resist grasp 4 times. Stupid Warlord. Right, so I'm hoping you've got a Fakemon for an ace. George Grid level 9. Did I just say Spiritomb? It did say Spiritomb. Huh. Now that's either an X-Spiritomb or a regional variant. That's pretty cool. It's not weak to poison, which is really weird since it's a oh no, I think Ghost cancels out Grass's weakness. Let's find out if it's still a ghost. Right, so it's a ghost grass type. Like the Decidueye. Okay. Right, I got a feeling that we are gonna... I got a feeling he's not gonna last very long, so... I mean, you're not wrong. Let's slow him down, so at least then we can... Because he decides to use Vine Whip on me, which is not doing anything. That just like hit me twice, man. I took a lot of damage. Alright, let's set him on fire. Into the Tekken. Yo, Shank, how's it going, buddy? not very effective. It just took off 12 points of life off me. You snapped me like a twig. My mind was corrupted by wrath, and so you got the better of me. Your pure spirit is worthy of my forgiveness. Your ability deserves the root badge. Here it is now. I was really gutted I couldn't find, like, these so I could put them on the layout. Yeah, it is a good game, man. Please accept this TM2. It's Grass Knot, a mighty grass type move. It's a mediocre grass type move at best. The user snares the foe with grass and trips it. The heavier it is, the greater the damage. A battle today has shown me how far I am from an ideal destination. The utter steadfastness of soul. I'm going to meditate now. Pray to the spirits to keep their eye on your journey, young trainer. Gym leaders will shake hearing your name. This is what the voice of the woods whisper. And Shaggy Davis continued his subscription. Thank you very much, brother. Getting the best out of that Prime subscription of yours. For some reason, my my sub counter didn't count it. Try it again. Nope. I don't know what it is. Been having trouble with that sub counter for ages, so. Oh, that's cool. They heal you after the They heal you after the gym battle. Oh, that's not foreshadowing at all. Wait, why does that say we've only been live for 20 minutes? Definitely been live for longer than 20 minutes.